I want to talk about personal brand because you're everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've run into a person who doesn't say, "Oh, I love that guy, man. I love his message, love what he's doing." So talk about people in here. I see Dr. Ken out there. I think Dr. Ken is one of the smartest doctors in the world, and yet I don't know how much personal branding he's doing. He's doing a lot. He's Dr. Palm Beach. He's got a bunch of famous clients, so he thinks he's bigwig. You know, I got all these famous golfers, but I think Ken should be everywhere. What should Ken be doing about his that is a you're sitting next to a world famous doctor right there who can help all of you with your ailments, right? And he's not a big personal brand.
Well, that's a great example. So again, I mean, you should get a camera person, you know, to follow you around all day long. I have a camera person wherever I go. There's mine, even though I knew I could get the footage from this. I always have mine. There's only two places he don't go: bedroom and the bathroom, because I'm not looking to trend #1 on Pornhub. But that's it. Otherwise, he's there. Why? Because I may not use the footage, but if he's not there, I can't use the footage. So what I would do if I were you is I would get a camera person to follow you around, doing everything that you do, everything that you say. You're talking to your kids, you're talking to your pastor, you're talking to your wife. It doesn't matter. You're arguing, you're fighting. It's even the best when you're arguing and fighting. That's the shit that goes viral. People are like, I don't know what to do. Call an ex-girlfriend and argue with her. Like, do something. But basically do you, because that's what people are drawing towards, authenticity. You know, don't be the fake guy that's trying to figure out what to say. Just film you being you. See, instead of trying to create content, folks, be the content. You are the content if you let it. And that's just letting the camera follow you around, do the talking. And then you want to post, you know, 3 to 4 times a day on at least 6 different channels. Now, a lot of people say, well, Brad, that's a lot of content. It is if you have to try and think it up. I don't have to think shit up. I get up, I go be me all day long, do what I do. I'm going to do it anyway, right? Whether there's a camera there or not. But because the camera's there, now I've got 8 to 12 hours worth of footage. Then they upload it to a drive, and then my team goes in and watches what I said and did all day. And they're educated to, like, don't make me look stupid. If my neck looks crazy, you know, don't fucking use it. But I got to the point where it's like, dude, I don't even care anymore. I watch what they post when they post it. But that's what I would do if I were you. Here's what I call my content flow. You got to have the source, which is you. You got to have the freaking outlets, which is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. And then you want to have your frequency, which is 3 to 4 times a day. So your content, your outlet, your frequency, your frequency, and then your creative. Creative is very simple, folks. You want headlines that grab people. When they're scrolling, it's silent. So you want headlines and subtitles. So go look at your Instagram right now and ask yourself, is there a headline and subtitles? If the answer is no, start there. You'll get 10 times more engagement because people are scrolling silently. And if it says, like, you know, gorilla tears arm off baby, they're like, what? And then you say, you know, hey, I'm Brad, I sell insurance, you know. They stopped, and when they did, and when they stopped, now they're like, oh, this guy's a dick. Oh, you fucking tricky bastard. Well, dude, now the algorithm kicks in. Hey, someone made a comment. Maybe someone else will like it. And next thing you know, you're going viral because you put a headline and some subtitles in a thing. And especially if you're a doctor, because, dude, everybody wants to look better, feel better. What kind of doctor are you? Oh, see, so you got to get known because, dude, there's people out there right now getting fucked up by shitty doctors because you're not there. See, you owe it to people. I had a buddy tell me the other day he was sitting on a examining table. A proctologist walked in. The doctor said, all right, Jerry, no hard-ons this time. And he said, my name ain't Jerry. And the doctor goes, no, my name's Jerry.
What's wrong with you?
All right, come on. Next question. Hey, but that's what I'd do if I was you, and I'd start it immediately, because guys, this isn't an overnight thing. This just doesn't happen tomorrow. I started this 5 years ago, and I told people, my wife hated it. She's like, oh my God, this is so stupid. Now she doesn't mind it, but it takes years. So and by the way, is it going to be 3 years from now anyway? So you got to ask yourself a question. You want a big personal brand, and you do, because I mean you can blow up brands. You can help charities. You can use that brand.
Actually, let's talk about that. Okay, this is actually the topic I wanted to get to, and that is You built your personal brand, and I watched you build a network of salespeople in solar to some ungodly number in almost Real Solar, which is your brand, you know, a bunch of real products. You call it Real this, Real that, Real Brad Lea. Talk about that, because you just launched a brand and it went completely crazy because you've already built your brand. Like, walk people through what you did with solar.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I want to help people, and you know, a couple of people that I do business with, you know, they're loaded. They do a lot of business, a lot in real estate, and they're like, dude, you know, target rich people. They got the money to pay you. The problem with that is the rich people I don't think need my fucking help. Okay, it's the people that aren't making any money that I want to help. You know, because believe it or not, if you're not making between $300,000 and $500,000 a year right now, dude, you're doing something wrong. Anyone can make $300,000 to $500,000 a year. Well, what do you got to do? Well, you got to sell something. So I kept telling people, just sell something, and then they go, well, what do I sell? And then I find out they're selling fucking lotion at the mall. It's like, no. You got to sell some shit where you can make money. So I started to realize all these people that I was teaching to sell needed something to sell. So I said, I'm just going to open the companies that you can make $300,000 to $500,000. So I opened a financial services company. That industry's made more millionaires than any other industry ever. Then I opened up a solar company because I got 20-year-old kids making $60,000 a freaking week knocking on doors like dipshits. Then I got freaking real merchant services, payment processing. And so how did I do it? I just grabbed the people from that, and now I've got thousands of people out knocking on doors, making themselves a living, making $300,000 to $500,000 a month, and I get what's called a Tad for Brad.
You already did the piece for your niece thing. I heard that.
Yeah,
already.
you know that RR on a Rolls Royce headrest? That doesn't stand for Rolls Royce. It stands for recurring revenue.
Yeah, there you go. I think I really did move to Vegas for a lot of reasons, but one of them was Brad Lea, and I appreciate him being here. Everybody, Brad Lea.